the San Francisco Bay Area. Shaw Pirelli and the Shaw Pirelli Law Show, bringing you what matters most with over 50,000 watts of power.
Hi, this is Attorney Shah Pirelli for a podcast on the B1 visa. The B1 visa is also known as the business visa. This is a visa that many people use to come to the United States, especially some executives. They come quickly to just check on their business or look for prospect of business. And for example, if you want to attend a conference and things like that, the B1 visa is actually the visa to take. And the visa, you can apply it directly at the US Embassy or the US Consulate. However, if the business visa should not be confused with a working visa. The business visa is not a working visa. I repeat that. You cannot come here and be paid. For example, you cannot use a B1 to come and basically do a conference and getting paid for the conference. You can attend the conference, but you cannot basically use that to ultimately get a to come here and organize something and try to use it for your conference basically. However, many people are kind of a little bit get confused because they don't understand really. For example, let's say you have an executive, he has to come and check on some employees in the United States, especially companies which has a branch, or you're inviting someone to quickly attend some kind of meeting, and ultimately they have to talk to the other employees. Will that be a violation of the B1? It might be. It all depends how you're really treating that. If it is a day-to-day work, the B1 visa is not the visa to take, because a B1 visa doesn't allow that. However, the B1 visa allows you to come for a short time, and usually the steps to proceed, you go to the US Embassy website, the State Department website, and the US Embassy, and you ultimately apply through the form DS-160. And with that form DS-160, once you file it, the next step, of course, you have to pay the fees. They will call you for an interview. If they are satisfied with your interview, they will give you the B1 visa, and oftentimes they will combine it with the B2 visa, which is the visa that is a visitor visa. The B2 visa allows you to travel as a tourist, and is a non-immigrant visa, and you cannot work on that. But having said that, if you need help on filing for a B1, a letter, especially if you're being invited for a conference or you're being invited by another company, is good to have a good letter that will be almost a support letter of your activities in the US, and basically guaranteeing that you will be leaving. 2 points. One, they're looking at the point that you're not coming to work here, and the second point, you still have to meet the requirements of INA 214B. That means basically you are considered an immigrant until you prove otherwise. So again, in this case, you will have to prove that you have ties to your home country. For example, you have a big business to that in your home country. You have work, you have family. Those are all ties that you have to show, and if you can prove that, they will issue your B1 visa, or they will combine it with a B1 B2 visa. So having said that, now there's another options now which has been recently has came to surface, is what we call a B1 in lieu of an H1. In lieu means instead of. What happens, because there is a shortage of H1, many times some people are required in the United States for a very short period of time, where they will still be paid outside the United States. One thing very important, the B1 doesn't allow you to be paid inside the United States, but the B1 in lieu of an H1, you clearly mention you're coming here for a limited time. Usually maximum they will allow you at the airport is 6 months. You come, you do your work, and you do day-to-day work just like everybody else, but you cannot be paid in the US, and you're not really working in the US. You actually just coming here to take care of some of the work, and then you are going to go back. And the B1 in lieu of an H1 is a very interesting visa, and I'm going to talk into more details in our next podcast on B1 in lieu of the H1. But right now the main one is a B1 visa, and the documents that you need to carry with you is that you have already made arrangement in the US that you're going to stay, and it's good to bring your tax statements with you. And if you had a visa previously with you, it's good to also bring that with you. And of course you have to bring your itinerary, where you're going and where you're going to stay. And very important part, you have to show you have money to stay in the United States, because usually B1 are for business people and they do have money, so they need to show their own money. Of course you can have another company put there, or someone else put there an I-134 affidavit of support, but that's not recommended, although that it is possible. And now another thing, that is some tips on the B1: get an employer letter for you basically to show that you are still employed. For example, if you're coming from Algeria, Pakistan, India, get a letter from your employer. And you have to also show how long you've been working with that company, because that will show ties to the home country. And you have to also show where the money is coming from. And also, if you have any kind of, for example, let's say you're coming to meet with a client here, and you have some kinds of documents of purchase orders, invoices, transactions happening, it is a good idea to bring that with you. And any kind of, if you have your own business, bring your paperwork of your incorporations, your tax, and also bring your paperwork of some pictures of your company, and also any kind of business that you have. Show how your business is operating, is genuine, and things like that. That will also show ties to the home country. And of course there are many ways, and there are many samples out there how to do those letters. And also the amount of time is basically, usually when they give you a stamp on your passport, it can be 10 years, but doesn't mean that you are going to be able to stay 10 years in the US. At the airport they will give you a time, which is a I-94. It's now electronic with the CBP, and that will be usually maximum 6 months. And on B1 oftentimes they will give you only 3 months. So be ready for all this. And the good news with the B1, since it is a visa, later on, let's say you come to the United States, you want to shift to another kind of visa, it is possible, especially for business people. When they come here, they see good chances they can move to an L1 visa. And on our next podcast we will also talk about L1 visa. But until then, to all those people who want to come to the United States on a B1 visa, we wish them best of luck. If you need help, give us a call, 510-742-5887. We will hopefully soon start preparing a guide on how to prepare those visas on a step by step, and this is going to come out in the next few weeks. But in the meantime, wish you best of luck. And anything I'm telling you today is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. Thank you so much for listening, and please subscribe to our iTunes and YouTube channel. Thank you.